Hi friends, my name is Leanna and for nearly 4 years I've been curating immersive multisensorial yoga journeys. I've used light, scent, sound, music and more to aid the process of going within and help us explore collective liberation through tuning into the self. Of course, we don't all have the time, energy or space to enter these curated spaces on a day-to-day basis. For me, the solution is learning how to transport yourself in your home yoga practice. Here are 5 recommendations for things you can do to transport yourself in your home yoga practice right now. Firstly, engage the senses. Close your eyes for a minute and think about the last time that you really felt transported somewhere. Maybe it was an exhibition, a spa, a concert. Probably it was because you were using one of your senses. Was there something you felt, something you heard, something that you smelled? Senses help us move out of the normal world into something that feels special. It's the same thing with your yoga practice. Sensory cues can help transport you to a place of calmness. I find that the easiest way to do this is with scent. You can use incense or a diffuser with some essential oils. If you're trying to create routine, you may also want to have a specific oil that you use exclusively with your yoga practice. Another idea to consider are scented candles, which have the added bonus of a soft, flickering light. This is also super useful if you want to integrate candle gazing into your yoga practice. Now, you might also want to think about sound. Many people prefer to do their yoga practices in silence. However, I think that carefully curated music can amplify your yoga practice. Choose tracks that you enjoy, maybe instrumentals without lyrics, so that you can stay focused in your practice. If you still find that too distracting, you can also consider just closing out the practice with some music, maybe ending with a song that you enjoy once you're done with Shavasana. Engaging your senses doesn't just help you unwind. It also deepens the mind-body connection, helping you use asana as a way to deepen your journey within. Secondly, change your environment. If you're doing yoga at home, odds are that you're in your living room, your bedroom, or somewhere else that isn't a specific dedicated yoga space. This can make it difficult to focus for so many reasons. My recommendation here is to find a way to switch your environment up. Can you maybe find a place to put your mat so that you can direct your gaze outside of a window and look at something peaceful? Can you maybe find a way to practice away from clutter or away from anything tempting you like your bed or something else? If your space is too small to do this, or you find that there's just too many things around you and you're overwhelmed, then my simple solution is to play with the lighting. Just turn off all your lights, illuminate the space with a candle or soft lamp, and you're good to go. Another thing that can really help is having a set of items that you set aside specifically for your yoga practice. Having a dedicated shawl that you drape over yourself every time you're in meditation or that you put over yourself when you're in Shavasana can help you center yourself in your practice and associate objects with your yoga practice. This can make you feel like you're in the right headspace even though you're just at home. Thirdly, incorporate breathwork or other reflective activities. Remember the 8 limbs of yoga? Asana is just one of those limbs. So the next time you move into your home yoga practice, see if you can incorporate something else like breathwork or pranayama. This could look like just a few minutes of breathing before or after your practice, or if you want, you can incorporate more complex practices like alternate nostril breathing or any other pranayama that you're practicing at the moment. Alternatively, you may want to spend a few minutes of your practice in self-study or journaling. Is there a yoga-related book that you're reading recently that you haven't had time to consult? Do you want to maybe dedicate 5 minutes of your yoga practice to looking at this book and making notes, rather than spending the whole time in the physical posture practice? You could also incorporate journaling by spending a few minutes before or after your yoga practice logging thoughts, feelings, and emotions, or anything else that has come up for you during the time that you're practicing. Become aware of the thoughts and sensations in your body as you move, and then later translate that onto paper. Next, know that the time you have is enough. Yoga in its essence is not about performance. We're not here to judge how far your hands can go as you reach towards your feet or whether or not your heels touch the floor in downward facing dog. Try to detach yourself from any end goal, knowing that you're just going into your practice to move your body and that's it. Set aside a time of day to practice and know that you don't have to be moving for an hour if you don't feel like moving for an hour. Just know that whatever moment you take out of your day to spend in your yoga practice, that moment is for you and that's good enough. Yoga is about presence, not perfection. Finally, tailor your home yoga practice to you. It doesn't have to be an hour. Or if you're practicing following a YouTube video, you don't have to go through the whole YouTube video if you don't feel like it. Yoga was traditionally done before sunrise, and a lot of us have the impression that the morning is the best time to do yoga. But if that's not for you, that's not for you. Feel free to spend time in the afternoon or even before you sleep in your yoga practice. This is the same thing with the amount of movement that you're doing. If you're not feeling like a very active practice on a certain day, then maybe move towards something more yin or restorative. If you feel that the active practice is what you need, then you can spend your whole time doing that instead. Remember that your best teacher in your yoga practice is often yourself. Practicing at home gives you the great benefit of being able to do literally whatever you want at the time that you want it to. This is something that's really special and something that you should definitely take advantage of in your home yoga practice. Okay, let's do a quick recap. Together, engaging your senses, creating your yoga cocoon, integrating breathwork and self-reflection, valuing the time you have, and respecting your own personal journey are key elements in your home yoga practice. All that's left to do now is roll out your mat.